Hello and welcome to the Valley. Today I am your host, Janet Michael. It is Tourism Tuesday. We're staying in Frederick County this week. You're right down the road here from me at Belle Grove. I'm excited to talk about Shenandoah Sips today.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, Janet. We're excited too. We rebranded the Belle Grove Wine Fest and expanded it out more, and can't wait to tell you all about it.
So Kristen Lays is joining me. She is the executive director here at Belle Grove. Also with us this morning is Paige. She is their festivals coordinator. So you've got your work cut out for you as well, Paige, because it's not always easy rebranding a festival that you've done in the past, but you guys have done a really good job with Shenandoah Sips.
Thank you. Well, I think the hardest part was coming up with the new name. We went back and forth on that for months before we finally decided on Shenandoah Sips. But we had found with the Wine Fest that we were shifting more and more to including cideries, meaderies, distilleries, other things. And so we thought it was time for a rebrand to show that we have more to offer for this festival than just wine.
Kristen, these types of festivals are important to you at Belle Grove because they're a fundraiser. You are a nonprofit. There's a lot of maintenance and work that goes into keeping the grounds up to par.
Exactly. So these are really important fundraisers for us. It's a great community event. We love doing that, but it does need to be profitable for us. So we look to our sponsors to help underwrite the costs of our different activities, and really appreciate all of the wonderful vendors who are coming in with beverages and selling merchandise. That also helps the bottom line.
The other thing that I always have appreciated about this when it was the wine festival in the past, and it looks like you're doing this moving forward with Shenandoah Sips, is that it is very well rounded. It's not a drinking festival. I can come and not drink and shop. I can come and hear music. You've got demos and things that are scheduled. So there is a lot of different things for people to do while they're here, whether they choose to partake of the beverages or not.
Exactly. And we've heard some feedback that people want some more family-friendly things. So this year we will have some activities for the kids. So Play Favorites, Toy Store in Front Royal will be there demoing some of their favorite things. We'll have White Lightning barrel train rides for the kiddos too.
Oh, that's cool.
And I've heard the adults enjoy it too after a couple of drinks.
I know that from a Play Favorites perspective, the adults definitely enjoy that. He's nothing but a big kid himself. So he could not have picked a better shop to open and to run. So those are two really good options.
Yep. So we're also excited about the food demonstrations that you mentioned. So in the upper level of our barn, we've got some wonderful local chefs who are going to be doing just 30-minute demos. You can stop in, get in the shade, and get off your feet and enjoy them. So we can have Vault and Cellar in Vaucluse Spring. Their chef is coming. So the whole list is on our website. Up in the barn, also some local farms will have some information about what they're doing, what they're selling. So this is also a nice celebration of local food in addition to local drink.
So much of what you do here at Belle Grove does incorporate that educational aspect. We always like to make sure that people know what else is in and around the community, but what they should know about what else is in and around the community.
Yeah, that's one of our goals. Also, we're going to have a lot of great food trucks too. So
I saw Billy Sue was on the list, and that you had me at Billy Sue. And it doesn't hurt that he is local now, and that his commercial kitchen is just down the street at Wayside.
That's right.
So what is the date, the times? Give me the logistics of the festival itself.
It's August 23rd, and it'll run from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. The first band that we have playing this year is Misha Heron and her band. And then after that, we have sold out in the afternoon.
That's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
Do I have to get tickets? How do ticket prices work?
Tickets are available on the Belle Grove website. If you go on there, you'll see a red ticket icon that you just click on, and that will take you to our ticketing platform. They're $30 in advance. Those are open until 5 p.m. the day before. And then after that, you can buy them at the gate for $35. And then hopefully you're responsible and you have your designated driver coming with you, and those tickets are $15.
And that makes it nice too, because you can bring somebody with you. Like, I'm typically the designated driver for most of the beer festivals because beer just isn't my thing. This one might get a little complicated for my husband tonight because you do have such a variety of beverage vendors that are going to be here.
We do. We tried to really broaden what we could offer to people this time. So while we have some of our regular favorites who are coming back, like Colorado Mountain Cider, Winchester Cider Works, Copper Fox Distillery, who private labels are the whiskey for Belle Grove, will be here. So if you haven't been able to get that in the ABC stores, make sure you come so you can buy it.
I got some at Chris Kringle Market last year, so it
Yeah.
is amazing. Try and get it if you can.
Yes. But we also have some new people too. So Mount Defiant Cidery and Distillery is coming. They haven't been here before. Twisted Pines Farm and Vineyard is coming. And Reservoir Distillery is also coming. So you'll get to see some of your favorites in the area, but you'll also get to find some new places. And I think my favorite that I can't wait to try is Your Pure Store is a new CBD store, and they will be making CBD drinks that you can taste.
Nice. And that's a really great entry point for a lot of people who are confused or aren't really sure or who already know. It gives them an access point to be able to learn more about what it is, what it isn't, because I think that's very important as well. So I love that you've thought a little bit outside the box when it comes to beverages.
The one thing I would really like to get, and I haven't been able to find yet, is mocktails. I would love to have somebody come and set up a tent, and you can serve mocktails and sell them, and we'll give you a free space.
I think that's fantastic too for anybody, whether they're growing fruit and using that to make a mocktail of some sort, or it's a bartender that does private events. That's a great way to promote yourself for an event and say, hey, I'm available for hire for weddings or outdoor parties, family reunions. It's a great way to get your name out there. So that's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, but that was one of our hopes with the Shenandoah Sips brand, is that some people are moving towards the non-alcoholic drinks, and that's great too. So it really opens us up to a whole variety of beverages.
What are some of the food trucks? I joked about Billy Sue being here. What are some of the other food trucks that are going to be around?
Wayne's Delicious Eats is coming. Daily Buzz is coming back. They've been a great partner with us.
They're always here, yes.
Yes, they're always here. We love having them here. Laura's Lemons, she will actually have a couple of mocktails, but she'll be doing lemonade and a charcuterie board. And then we've had some others sign up that I think are going to be interesting. Josephine's Kitchen was at the Chris Kringle Market, and they serve pierogies. Badass Pickles is coming. Apollo Bakery, which has Greek sweets, so baklava. And then Blue Ridge Popcorn and Uncle Beehive's ice cream will be coming. They're one of my favorites.
They're one of my favorites too. We were joking before we started recording. They've got such a wide range of flavors, and they get a lot of their ingredients locally. Their strawberry ice cream is made with strawberries that are grown at West Oaks Farm Market. So it really does come full circle, which is what you said earlier, part of your goal.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited. It's going to be a really fun day.
We're going to talk about the crafters and all of that sort of thing. We could do that in the next segment. Are there things that people should know out of the gate? For example, obviously wear comfortable shoes. Can I bring a beach chair? Can I bring my dog? What kinds of things can I and can I not bring with me that day if I'm coming?
So to set yourself up for a great day, you're welcome to bring your own chairs, even if you want to bring a pop-up tent. The music is on the back lawn, so it's mostly in the shade, but people like to come early and stake out their spot. You'll be getting a tasting glass if you have a tasting ticket. So we've got that covered. So we ask that you don't bring any outside food because we want our vendors to have a good day. I think a water bottle's okay, but our security may sniff it just to make sure. And we do want everybody to stay hydrated. So sunscreen, comfortable clothing, and please no pets. And then we know if you've got kiddos and they've got a stroller, we know you've got to bring along a handful of Cheerios for them. So that's good. But otherwise, yeah, we ask that you utilize our vendors.
It's rain or shine.
It is
so
rain or
you
shine.
may want to look at the forecast and bring an umbrella. The joke for those of us that live in and around Middletown, we are in a weather vortex. So what happens is you can hear a forecast and it can say that there are going to be thunderstorms and it's going to rain or whatever they're calling for. And you watch it on the radar and something happens in Middletown where it splits. And Strasburg will get a ton of it and Stevens City will get a ton of it, but Middletown gets none of it. But bring an umbrella just in case.
That's right. If you bring your umbrella, it'll be a great day.
Can I bring a canopy tent and really
Yep.
stake out my...
Yeah, you're welcome to bring a pop-up tent. And as I said, chairs, blankets, you can make your afternoon comfortable.
Even if I buy my ticket online in advance, I still need to bring my ID that day so that people can make sure that A, I am who I say I am, also, but that I'm of the proper age.
Absolutely, yes. We have to ID everyone of all ages. So if you're going to be drinking that day, you'll be wristbanded. Now, if you are buying the designated driver ticket or you choose not to drink that day, we do offer 2 complimentary non-alcoholic beverages, waters, sodas, and that'll be at our bag check tent. which is another thing. A lot of these beverage vendors and merchandise vendors, you can bring your purchases over to our free bag check, and then
I don't have to carry them
you don't
around
have to
with
carry
me.
them around, and
I think that is genius.
Go back, get your tasting glass, go back and taste some more.
That is a genius idea. So everyone who's listening, who's planning an event in the future, have a bag check area. I think that is great for everyone who attends events, because you don't want to lug things around. Sometimes you won't buy something just because you may not want to carry it around for the entirety of the event. So I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, people love it.
It's been so successful with the Wine Fest in the past that we decided to introduce it for our Kris Kringle market coming up this year.
And I know you're coming back to give me the details for that later in the fall. Let's take a break. When we come back, can we get in the weeds a little bit on the craft and merchandise vendors? Paige, will you give me an overview and maybe some inside scoop on who's going to be here?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, we're going to do all of that when we come back. We are recording today at Belle Grove. Kristen Lays is here with me. She is their executive director. Joining her is Paige Yulovich. She is their festivals coordinator. We're talking about Shenandoah Sips. It is happening on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can get your tickets at bellegrove.org. I'll put the link in the show notes page, but we'll come back and talk more with Paige in just a couple of minutes. Hello, nonprofits. Have a project that's been sitting on the back burner? United Way NSV's Day of Caring returns on September 19th, and your nonprofit can be a part of it. This is the region's largest single-day volunteer event with over 900 volunteers ready to help. Whether it's painting, landscaping, organizing, or repairs, Day of Caring gives your organization hands-on support and saves thousands in maintenance costs. It's simple. Submit your project, let United Way match you with a team, focus more of your budget on what matters most, your mission. Learn more at unitedwaynsv.org/Day of Caring or reach out to dayofcaring@unitedwaynsv.org. Let us send helping hands your way. Welcome back to the Valley. Today I am your host, Janet Michael. It is Tourism Tuesday, Winchester, Frederick County edition. Heavy on the Frederick County today, specifically in Middletown at Belle Grove. Kristen Lays was with us for the first segment. She's the executive director here. Paige Yulovich is still with us. She is their festivals coordinator. We're talking about Shenandoah Sips. It's happening in mid-August. Paige, tell me the details. When is it? Where is it? How much are tickets and where can I get them?
It's on August 23rd, that's a Saturday. We open the gates to the public at 11 a.m. and it runs until 5 p.m. Tickets are available on Belle Grove's website. If you go on, you'll see like a little red ticket icon that you can click on, and that will take you to where you can purchase tickets online. They're $30 in advance up until 5 p.m. the day before. After that, you can come and buy them at the gate for $35, and then you can also buy designated driver tickets for $15.
I recall Kristen telling us in the first segment, designated driver tickets get 2 complimentary water bottles or soda. So I love that you're looking out for the people who are keeping their party safe.
Yes, we're trying to have enough to do that even if you're not tasting wines and ciders and spirits, then you can watch the band and you can watch the chef demos and you can just wander around our beautiful grounds. A lot of people will bring pop-up tents or chairs and they'll go around to the front of the house where they get the nice view of the mountain and just camp out for the day.
Have a base camp and then go back and forth throughout the day. And this is a much more family-friendly event too than other festivals of its kind, in that you've got play favorites coming, you've got a barrel train ride. You're really encouraging families to bring their kids out because there is so many other things to do.
There are, and there's plenty of room to run. So we'll have all sorts of space out in front of the house that you can just let them go.
Will the house be open for tours?
The house will be open for free tours that day. It's a great chance to get in and see the house.
We talked in the first segment about all of your beverage vendors. We talked about the food trucks and the chef demos and the live music as well. But wait, there's more.
We do. We bring in arts and crafts vendors as well that will be set up. We have some favorites that have been coming for years, like Long Ridge Cigars. And then we'll have other vendors, just a little bit of everything, like Opie's Doggy Treats is coming, Taylor's Mill Leatherworks, Travel Hip Pottery. Adoratio Farms will be here. They sell really lovely goat milk soaps and shampoos and things. And then Happy Creek cheeses is another one that's always been very popular.
And that's really great because you can buy and eat on site.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know you're going to have a lot of food trucks here, and I believe you mentioned one of your food trucks is doing lemonade and charcuterie boards. So
Yes.
it really is a full dining, drinking, live music experience.
Absolutely. You're not going to go hungry. You're not going to get thirsty. We're going to get you covered.
Do you ever struggle with people wanting to come and set up at an event and you want to buy all of the things that they're bringing? That would be my problem. My problem, I could never be in charge of vendors at an event like this because I would want to buy all of the things and then I would be poor at the end of the event.
Really, I am too busy during the event running around making sure everything's going smoothly. But what I do is I have my husband come and he gets a list of you need to go here, here, and here.
And it is such a cool variety of things that you have, from things that you can eat, things that people are making. One of the ones that I'm seeing on your list, and the full list is on your website as well, what is Made of Steel?
Made of Steel makes tumblers. She does custom tumblers, and they're printed on the steel tumblers, and they're really nice.
And they're all the rage right now.
They are.
Lunar Garden Crystals?
Lunar Garden Crystals has carved crystals in different shapes for decor. Vintage Glow makes candles out of antique glass pieces that are really neat. So all those antique glass pieces out at the flea market and the farmers markets and everything, she buys those, and then she makes these beautiful candles with, a lot of times she'll have dried flowers in them as well.
Oh, that's cool. I love people that have the talent that can repurpose something that normally is going to go to the landfill or is just going to sit around like, I don't know why I still have that. I love that people can look at that and see something totally different in it. That's a lot of the types of vendors that you typically get for the festivals and the events that you do here at Belle Grove.
And a lot of this stuff it's handmade. So it's not being mass produced. They're actually doing these pieces like Turn of Beauty. All of their stuff is done one by one. It's all handmade.
I have not yet had the opportunity to try Blue Ridge popcorn, but I have seen them all over my Facebook feed. So I'm pretty excited to be able to come and finally get to try some Blue Ridge popcorn.
I love popcorn, so I was excited when I saw them sign up.
Is it too late if someone is listening to us today to reach out to you and say, hey, I have this really unique product or this really cool thing that I make or that I sell? Is it too late for them to reach out to you?
No, we can accept vendors as long as I still have some spaces left. We can accept vendors till about a week before the event. And if you go on the webpage for Shenandoah Sips and scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's a link there that says that if you're a vendor that you would like to sign up for a space, then you can just click there.
And this is a great opportunity too, if someone is listening today and didn't even realize this was part of the festivals that you put on here. Maybe they won't be a good fit for Shenandoah Sips, but they'd be a great fit for Kris Kringle, or they'd be a great fit for something else that you're doing. Having you know about them is very beneficial.
Absolutely. I am very possessive of my email list. It is one of my things that I have focused on since I started here a few years ago. So if you reach out to me and give me the name of your company and your email, I will put you on my email list, and you'll generally find out about openings for vendor opportunities a couple of weeks before we publicize them. That way you have an opportunity to get in and get signed up before we sell out.
And one of the things we talked about in the first segment that you are still looking for, if someone out there is listening and is quite the crafter of mocktails, you're still hoping to get somebody to come and either do a demo or sell mocktails at this festival.
I think mocktails would sell really great. It's August, so it's generally going to be hot, and they like to go around and taste the wines and things, but they want something cold to drink while they're just hanging out. So I think mocktails would be fabulous to do, and we'll give you a free space to do that.
That sounds fantastic. So tell me again about the live entertainment. You mentioned at the top that Misha Heron is going to be performing. Who else is coming, and when are they going to be here?
Misha Heron will be performing first, and if you've never seen her play live, she's absolutely amazing. And then Sold Out is going to be playing for the second set. And they are so popular around here that we are very excited to have them join us.
Very high energy. I hope you've left enough space between where they're going to be performing and where people are sitting, because there's always people that get up and dance when Sold Out plays.
We have a nice grassy area right in front of the stage that always becomes the dance floor right there.
And Kristen touched on this earlier. When you're driving down Route 11 and you look over at Belle Grove, it looks like it's this beautiful mansion that's sitting out in the middle of nowhere. But up near the mansion, you've got shade. You're not going to be in the heat of the sun. You can bring your canopy tents, you can bring umbrellas, things along those lines, but it really is a cozy place when you come to these festivals.
Yeah, we have some beautiful old trees here that provide some really good shade around the house. And if you go around to the front of the house, there's some really beautiful areas. They'll have shade, and a lot of people will go out there and set up their chairs and their little pop-up tents, and that's where they hang out for the day.
Because you don't always need to see the music to hear the music.
You can hear the music anywhere that you're on the grounds. You're going to hear the music.
The other upside to every festival that you have here is I also don't have to worry about parking, because there is a massive amount of parking space.
We do have a large parking field. You should probably know, though, that it's across the road and it's in a literal field. So the ground's pretty uneven, so make sure that if you have any trouble walking or keeping your balance, to bring a cane or something with you.
And you have some designated handicap spaces, so there is the ability for people to either use those or potentially drop someone off and then go back through and find their parking space.
Yes, the front lot where the entrance gate is, we have now turned that into a pickup and drop off point. Because we have so many people walking through there to get through the gates, we don't allow parking in that lot anymore, but it gives us plenty of room that you can just pull up, let somebody out, and then go park over in the field. And yes, we will have handicap designated spaces in the very first row of the field, so they'll be the closest.
And the barn, the Welcome Center is going to be open. You mentioned earlier the home is going to be open for people to tour. So there are a lot of other things that are always here that if people haven't had the opportunity to take advantage of, they're going to get to do that day.
If you've never been in the gift shop at Belle Grove, it's a really beautiful gift shop. It's got amazing stuff in it. And our manager, Zach, is always looking for new things and making sure that the inventory turns over so it never gets boring.
I will say, even if you have been in the gift shop, you should come back again, because I just popped in. I'm like, oh, there's so many new things from the last time that I was here.
I just did that recently, yes. Oh, I hadn't seen that before.
Yeah, there's a beautiful piece of pottery down there that has an orange flower on it. Shocking that that's what immediately I see.
And a lot of the products that are in the gift shop are locally made.
And that's the other key to all of this. You've tried very hard, from your beverage vendors to crafter, you've tried to keep this as local as humanly possible.
We've been highlighting the fact that we're focusing on Virginia-made beverages. And so far, all of the beverage vendors that we have coming in are all made in Virginia. So these are all locally produced beverages.
And I think that's always fun for people when they come to events like this too, because sometimes they've heard of something, but they had no idea that it was actually made in Virginia.
Yeah, what I think is even fun is that you've never heard of it, but you had no idea it existed. And you can come here and try something new and then find out where they are, so you can go visit them.
And go and travel. I think that's a fantastic idea. So the one thing that I want to make sure we touch on before we wrap up is that none of these events, Kristen mentioned earlier, Belle Grove is a nonprofit organization. None of this stuff happens in a bubble. You depend on local businesses and other people to be able to sponsor events like this. Do you want to give a shout out to some of your sponsors?
Crescent City Charities has been so very supportive of us. I know they support some of the other nonprofits in the area, but they've been really wonderful. This year we have Shenandoah Valley Orthodontics is a sponsor this year. iHeartMedia has been fantastic in helping us. And then we just signed up Brett Herbeck, who's an Edward Jones financial advisor in Front Royal. And we'd love to have a few more.
Oh, so there's always room, but that's true, because while you can only take as many crafters as you have space for, there's always room for another sponsor.
Yes, and if you haven't been to Belle Grove and come to witness the educational aspect of it in a few years, it's worth coming by. And as a sponsor, I think you'd be very proud to be associated with Belle Grove and the work they're doing here.
And if I am not mistaken, I had a conversation a few weeks ago with Renee at the Visitor Center. and the Hungry for History event that they are doing the 23rd of August through I think the 1st of September. You guys are participating in that day at this festival as part of that Hungry for History.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. Yes, we've done that for the last couple of years, that we've tied in our chef demos with the Hungry for History program.
And the chef demos are the one thing that I always love, because you never know what you're going to learn. You never know who's going to be here. And it's always cool to say, oh yeah, I know the chef at Vault and Cellar, just because you've seen them do a demo. It's a great way to name drop, even if you didn't actually get to meet the person.
Well, the staff always likes it, because then the leftovers end up back in our refrigerators.
Tell me again, when is it, where is it, and how do I get tickets?
Saturday, August 23rd at Belle Grove Plantation, just south of Middletown on Route 11. You can't miss us. Tickets are $30 in advance up until the 5 p.m. the day before. You can get those on our website. At the gate, they'll be $35, and then designated driver tickets are $15.
And what is the web address?
Belle Grove, BelleGrove.org, O-R-G.
Thank you, Paige, for taking some time today. I do appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming to visit us.
I will be back tomorrow with a brand new episode of The Valley today, a few minutes after noon, so meet me here then.